It's best zone time.
How'd you not get hit there?
Was for this. But you know, I do have an excuse. After my initial playthrough, whenever I've been recording this, I've just been listening to metal, so I haven't actually been listening to any of the stage music. I'm sorry.
You lucky bastard. Also,
I do that a lot for recording. It makes it easier.
The synths for this song are literally ripped straight out of the Sonic Spinball options menu music. I don't know how they fucking did that. Yeah, they're literally the same. They're literally exactly the same.
They are not. The synths in the Spinball options menu are very distorted.
Yeah, this is like those toned down, but they sounded. This song is like those same instruments toned down a little bit, but it still feels like the same instruments, huh?
There's a special stage room. We gotta go back.
Oh, yeah. Well, you get the green emerald this time. You said you didn't get it at all, so I'm kind of worried that we're gonna have. This is like the third time we're seeing the special stage. Are you gonna show it every time, even if you fail? Whee.
Well, you see, when I did it in 3 and K, I think I failed that thing like 6 times. That one special stage. I don't know why I had such troubles with it. Normally I don't. Normally it's a different one.
Oh. Okay, yes. Just stay right here. Don't leave this barrel. You've got the strategy.
This game's quiet.
Yeah. Usually I have the volume at like 4 for our commentaries, but this I have it at 17. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Wow, you might actually get all the emeralds by the end anyways.
Well, I mean, I know that outcome, but you don't, so fuck you.
Well, you also fucking lied to me. You said you didn't get this emerald. You bitch. I was expecting another failure just now. God damn. You know what? I will say I used to dislike the special stage music. It's grown on me a lot.
You didn't like the music?
Well, because like when I did my initial playthrough, I only ever paid attention to that opening part of the song, the like bow 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 bow, that part, and I just thought that was the whole song. But then I actually listened to it after the fact, and I was like, oh, you know, it's actually a song. You know. So
anyways, this stage, we should probably talk about it. So the main gimmick of this stage is in the background, there's a big pump, and every time it pumps, you get bounced.
It's
and
a press.
Kind of like a rhythm game. It's on a timer. So
it
constantly goes up and down.
It's a hydraulic press, but it's also not like a rhythm game because it doesn't match with the music at all.
No, but it's pretty easy to have the timing in your head.
See, I would constantly, at least on my first playthrough, I kind of made this level my bitch on my second run through this game.
Well, what's the point of what's the fucking point of classic Sonic games? It's to replay. So anyways, continue with what you're saying. I just wanted to prove a point.
The only reason I thought I'd had fun with this, though, was because I was using the camera mod that zooms out the camera. And I could see obstacles better.
So the stage is still well designed, is what I'm hearing.
No, I had to use a camera mod to make...
the stage is still fun.
With the default camera, the game's not designed with the default camera, and that's the camera the game ships with. So you know, is it really well designed if it doesn't match the game's own camera that it has?
I mean, I'll disagree that it doesn't match the camera, but
that's most of this game. Well, okay, you just walked into that fucking guy. But like,
nothing over there.
I don't know. We've talked about it before. A lot of this game has just those obstacles that you're going to get hit by because you just don't have enough time to react to them. Also, why Sonic Colors?
If this were a classic Sonic game on the Genesis, where I think you do have better screen real estate, or even with the ride screen support, I still think I would have gotten hit by them anyways.
See, the classic Sonic games on the Genesis, like the Genesis originals in 4x3, you actually
God, I have no rings for a while there.
You actually have less screen real estate in the 4x3 versions. But this game matches Sonic Mania's camera aspect ratio FOV perfectly. It's like 1-to-1. But it feels like obstacles are, I don't know, way more dense than any of the other classic games, if that makes sense. Like, there's just more shit that's just in your way. And, I don't know. The game, I don't think, does a good job, like Sonic Mania and 3 and K do, where if you're in a speed section, it'll sort of naturally slow you down to get you ready for the upcoming platforming section where you have to be a little more careful and stuff. This game, speed sections will just launch you straight into freaking spikes and enemies and whatnot.
I mean, I don't think that's too much of a problem with the ring system. It just means it's there for more memorization. So when you actually have it fully memorized, you can go through and
you almost fucking died there.
Oh, it's okay. I have a plan.
I hate this stupid monkey. Oh yeah.
I had to show this off.
I forgot this was a thing.
Yeah, it's really nice.
If you had burst, you could have hit him there. Now you gotta wait for his stupid freaking Shocky. Okay, well, I guess you can do the classic Sonic special of, abusing the ring system.
That's the point of the ring system!
No, the point of the ring system is Sonic moves too damn fast, so we don't feel like designing our game.
Can there not be more than one point?
I like to keep my rings. The game, like this game doesn't have the scoring system, but in the other classic games, and that's conditioned me for this sort of gameplay, I like to get really high scores. Ah, yes. This will help.
I'm just joking. I'm just waiting for it.
Get him! Yeah, no, I think by this part in the game, this is when I just gave up on trying to ever hold on to rings. So, you know what? Whatever. I guess you're right. Sure.
I only care about holding on to rings when I have the game memorized and care about it more. Otherwise, I'm just playing the game.
See, I feel like, though, that there's just things that you're probably going to get hit by, even if you have the stage memorized. Because there's just so many things to remember.
Classic Sonic fans seem to disagree. Because they are loving this game.
Lewis is loving this game.
I've seen it pop up from so many fans.
And the Geek Critique. The Geek
yeah,
Critique and Lewis.
I've just seen it pop up. I'm just saying.
Well, I haven't seen it pop up. So, fuck you.
Also, hi Sandopolis, I like this gimmick. The stage has a lot of urgency to it, and especially with these, and a lot of the gimmicks are about slowing you down. I think it works great.
I think this would be better.
Very frantic.
It would be better, I think, if when it got to this point, it didn't just start actually exploding things and make it to where you can get hurt by those explosions. Because those little fireballs are all just on the path.
Yeah, I can say that's a bit of a problem.
Like
that's a little harder to memorize, but like,
because it's
fun.
It's already like an insta kill gimmick, and that's fine. Because you have to wait a long time for it to kill you. But like, I think because of that, I don't think it needs the whole oh yeah, the whole plant's now exploding. You're gonna take damage from little fireballs that appear all over the place.
Upwards. Every time I miss an upper path.
I
I do wish though that these didn't have their own jingles and it kept playing the stage music, or if that was an option.
Yeah, I don't like the. I think all the chaos. Oh, you're fucking dead. I don't think.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same reason I dislike picking up invincibilities in classic Sonic games, because I don't want to interrupt the music.
Yeah.
So unless it's like 3 and K where the theme is music to my ears.
Yeah. I even if like the themes were really good, that's still like you have 7 Chaos Emerald powers. And you can use them at will.
Oh god.
Why are you using this one? Oh, wow. Freaking slowest descent. There's nothing up here other than that gold badnik.
Yeah,
Fuck
I
this.
was apparently supposed to use this power up, so now we get to see it.
And then you have to descend into the spiky platforms that you can't see because they're off the screen.
Memorization.
Memorization, says the man who will not memorize it.
This is my second time playing the game. Shut up.
You'll still get hit, even if you memorize it. You've said it yourself.
Yeah, because I'm not good at these games. Wait, I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did. You said in the first part, you were like, I don't improve on getting hit.
I don't remember that part. I'm sure someone can prove me wrong.
I rewatched the part looking for a thing to make a TikTok out of. I think it might have been in part 2 actually, but whatever.
Probably that. I don't think we're getting any TikToks out of part 1.
Listen, the TikTok I chose for Update 3's part 1 was just a very lazy one. I'll be perfectly honest.
As long as we get it out.
The Sonic videos aren't as interesting because we're actually discussing the topic at hand.
I don't think we discussed the we discussed the topic at hand in other shorts, and TikToks or whatever.
Well, the topic at hand in those shorts is, oh my god, this is the shittiest gameplay I've ever seen.
Well, maybe for Portal. I'm not proud of that one.
I think you just played that game with your brain turned off.
That's how I play every game. Especially this by the end.
And this game...
I think I played the last session in like a 2.5 hour and just blitzed through all the acts. With no sound. And yeah, it was nice.
This game, sorry to cut that off, but I just noticed it when you jumped in that rocket. This game on Xbox One does not look that nice.
No, and it stutters and lags a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, too, somehow, even the loading on the PS5 version... I didn't know that was here.
Yeah.
Neat. But,
I'm not going to go in it, of course, because I don't get 50 rings.
Yeah, it's useless to me, because... Fuck, why did they change that? But anyways. What was I going to say? Even on PS5, when you change between acts, or if you're doing any sort of loading at all, the loading stutters like really freaking hard, and that thing's on my SSD in the PS5.
Yeah, this game doesn't feel entirely well optimized for loading and such.
Yeah. Okay, see, I don't mind this boss because
I actually do like this one. This one's fun.
Yeah, it still has the problem where it's like really slow in between the hits, but at least the hit, getting the hit is more interesting because like you
I should have hit him there and I'm stupid.
You can jump up on top
That's what
of.
This is for.
Why aren't they coming?
That's a good question.
Hold to the right, maybe.
I asked myself that last night.
Oh, there they are. Now you gut fuckers decide to show up.
Oh, one hit. So,
yeah.
and all that did was make up for a single hit I missed earlier. Oh, this is not where you want to be. This is not where you want to be.
Get away from the side of the screen. Yeah, I just like the fact that you can jump up on the press, and if you time it well enough, you can like Use the height of the platforms to get some extra hits early. Ah!
This is a small detail, but Eggman does animate inside the cockpit.
And you can hardly see him.
Yeah, you can't see him too well, but like whenever he gets stuck, he'll look frustrated. It's funny.
Get this move. I think the ending to this fight is just hilarious, though. You might know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't remember.
Okay, well, just wait till the end of this fight. It's fucking amazing. I had a very hilarious reaction to it when I played the game the first time. Oh god, he's coming. Eggman, stop coming.
The moon can't take any more.
Alright, now watch Eggman here.
Oh.
Just wait for it. Ah! And then...
Holy shit, Eggman did
he's fucking gone! Where the fuck did he go? Where the fuck did he go?
The same place everyone else goes as soon as they off-screen in a level.
To the special zone.
Sure.
That walrus is very special.
I wasn't expecting that.
Okay. I wasn't too big on this level, personally.
I will say I enjoyed it a lot more this time through than the first time through.
It's just kind of like, I don't know, like boring.
And I do like the music.
And I love it.
Also, let's talk about lore implications. Does this mean the Echidnas built Marble Zone and had a tribe there?
Yes.
That's Mayan architecture, which means Echidna.
Does it though? Did Naoto Oshima think of that when he designed the?
No, but he worked on Sonic Adventure.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I get... Well...
And plus, there's another fucking prophecy here, like the one in Angel Island, so I'm going to assume this is connected to the Echidna's tribes, and I like it.
I don't know. Like, I thought the tribe...
Those are definitely the pillars from like Marble Zone and such, and similar architecture. I think it's more better visible in Act 2.
I don't think the architecture...
It's like very similar to Roman, which is what Marble Zone uses. Which looks out of place next to that Mayan ziggurat, whatever thingy. I don't like this drill. Thankfully, it only appears twice, but I don't like it. I hit every... I didn't care.
I mean, to be fair, I don't care either. But
I just want to bitch about it.
I think the main ancient...
Also, lava level. Thank you, Gabe. Alright, continue. I'll take it. Now continue.
The, like... Definitely the main tribe that lived here were the lizard people, whatever. The sun something. Of her kind as well.
Perhaps they weren't then.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe the Echidnas came in and were like, this is our island now, and then wiped them all out before they themselves... Everything's gotta connect to Chaos and the Echidnas. Ah!
I'm okay with it. As long as it makes more sense than what happened before, I'm okay with it.
Game that the characters don't understand, right? But it's very clearly to us, the players, ancient black arms.
Something I learned, if you use those rings there, they give you +3. I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's like the whole
point. This is like me
of
figuring it out.
You can also zip dash toward the the spike balls, but if you let go of the button just before you touch them, they won't actually explode and slow you down. So you can get like a little burst of speed for that. And they're actually better to control than these zip line things, because they don't go in an arc. When you use them, they just go straight. Come on, baby!
Ow.
Oh, there you go.
And this is how I figured it out. I'm learning a lot of things in this stage.
You need rings. You're getting freaking juked. Get the rings! Get the rings!
Fuck! These things are like support.
You can do it! You can do it! You can do it!
Toot Toot Sonic Warrior.
Always take this chance. Toot Toot Sonic Warrior. Na, 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 na. Fuck! Oh, you went backwards! No!
It's okay. These big rings here are just giving me a lifeline.
Come on! Oh my god. Wait.
Nope.
What?
I can't do it.
What? Oh. Did you try to press A?
No, it just said a portion of your data in the actual disappeared, so I figured it would it would restart the act. I was like, nope, not doing that.
It might have worked.
You can find that out on your own time.
It might be like, it might literally reuse the code from the mobile ports of Sonic 1 and 2.
Oh, that worked out like perfectly there.
Yep. I don't like the fucking vine. I think we talked about this last part. I don't like the vine.
It's lame. It's there.
Oh yeah, well, I was gonna say this earlier since we were talking about the Emerald themes. I think even if they had, each of them had really good themes, which by the way, I don't think any of them have great themes. They're just kind of there. But
it's like the Wisp themes. I only like the Jade Wisp theme.
Yeah, pretty much. But I think even if they had better themes, I still wouldn't like them to have themes because you can use them at will, and they always would cut out the music of the stage. So, I don't know. Like, it's different than finding a speed shoe in Sonic Adventure, where you just have, like, one of them per stage, maybe, and it cuts to a really good song, and that's it.
It's a mess song, but it is what it is.
You're incorrect. I will not take any slander towards... What the fuck? Quote back.
Yeah, so that made me think I could like go inside of those.
Yeah.
But you can't. You're not supposed to. So that kind of messed with my mind a little bit.
Go back to the quote from like, I don't remember who it was, Aaron Weber probably, of them being like, yeah, we're the reason why it's taken so long for the next games to come out is because we're focusing on quality. Sure. Fucking sure.
Hey now. Sonic Forces is not buggy.
Yeah, but it's not a good game either.
Well, quality in the minds of Sega means good game, or not buggy.
I think they showed Forces to Sega higher-ups and they were like, wow, that looks exactly like Sonic Generations. The fans will love it. I think that's probably what happened.
The section at the end goes on for a little bit too long.
Yeah, like I don't really get the whole like gravity switching gimmick here.
Oh, it's fine. It's just for this point here, it just kind of keeps going for a bit, and it's not like a standard speed section where you have boosters to carry you through the spectacle. It just kind of goes.
When I initially played this, I thought it was just looping forever, and I was like, "What? Am I stuck?"
Oh god!
Oh
He
no!
stole my rings!
He's sucking me! Suck! Suck!
Whoa! This is all you have to do, by the way. Activate the blue thing and run.
Or
in the circle.
just like burst and yeah, always hit him. Oh, dude, this happens on the Switch.
This broke my Xbox.
Yeah, like there's a clip of that happening on Switch, and the frame rate goes to like 1 frame per second.
I bet. See,
oh
the
god,
other
the
games,
fucking
they were
pig.
sprites, so it didn't matter.
The fucking pig is back.
He's gonna be the thumbnail for this part 2.
Oh
he's
no.
Here. Musings of a Pig Part 2.
Knuckles. We get to see the red boy.
He plays like Knuckles. That's all I have to say.
But slightly less good than like Mania's Knuckles.
I couldn't tell a difference, but I've barely ever played as Knuckles in the classic games anyways. So
I'll bring
it's
it. It's a small thing, but I'll bring it up if I see it happen to you. But other than that thing that I'll talk about, like the glide doesn't gain any momentum in this game, which I guess is fine. It's kind of weird for speedruns with Knuckles, though.
I don't know why, but it took me a little bit to figure out how this light thing works, and that it's on a timer.
Yeah. Whee!
I'm stuck here for a bit, so go on.
I think Knuckles' model is really fucking good, though. I love his model in this.
Oh, the boy looks great. Yeah. Tails, too.
Tails is fine.
And Amy. And Sonic. They just all look great.
Sonic is fine. Knuckles and Amy look amazing. Sonic and Tails
looks like
slightly less
Generations
so.
Tails, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and that's an imposter Tails.
Who cares? He's adorable. I don't care.
I care because he could be more adorable.
No.
Yeah, he could be.
No.
So Tails in
He's
Sonic 2 is way cuter than Tails in Generations Onward.
So for some reason I forgot Emerald abilities exist.
Yeah, the music here is Sonic 4 to the max.
Yeah, unfortunately. I think what happens is like... So, what made Genesis music work really well in Sonic games was with the limitations they tried to push it as far as they could.
Mm-hmm.
But here it just feels like they're writing it on modern instruments and then scaling it back as much as they possibly can to an absurdly simplistic level for these synths. And it's like, they're afraid if it's too complex, it won't sound like Genesis music. You know?
I feel like June should have learned this lesson by now. But clearly he didn't freaking listen to fan feedback from Sonic 4.
That's okay, this is why Tomoyo Otani's on the main games. What the fuck? These are messing with me a lot.
Tomoyo Otani's classic music is not good either.
Yeah, that's why he's on the main games.
Yeah. And then Sonic Forces happens, which has classic Sonic in it.
I think I think it was today, still the second part of Frontiers soundtrack released today.
Oh yeah.
And he went and called it, said it might be his best work yet. And you know what? With the second OST, I could argue that. I could accept that argument. Between both of those, over like 200 tracks of music, it's absurd. It's really good.
If you combine the two soundtracks, I mean, even just the first soundtrack by itself is like a huge thing, and like almost all the songs are like amazing. It's still like I commend it for that, but Frontier soundtrack is still not my favorite soundtrack. Yeah, see, in the character acts, you can get another...
It's not my favorite, but like I still like it a lot. Takahito Eguchi, especially, he does most of the cutscenes this time around because Hideaki Kobayashi was barely on there.
Mm-hmm.
He killed a lot of the cutscene music, and then this time he was the one who did the orchestral final boss theme instead of Hideaki Kobayashi, which you can definitely hear a difference, but I think it's a good thing, you know?
Yeah.
A nice change of pace from what we've had before.
Mm-hmm.
So it worked well for him here.
And then this game's soundtrack, for some reason, has 1.5 million people on it.
It actually, I do think, I'd have to look at the full list again, but I think there are more people on this game than Frontiers. Because Frontiers had like weird. 6 composers, which is a little bit more than most Sonic games. But Sonic games in general have multiple composers.
Why?
Yeah, this game was absurd.
Did they? Why? I feel like they put way too much budget into the music when they could have just paid like T. Lopes to do it.
I'm okay with having other people do it besides T. Lopes.
I am
do
too,
like having
but
other composers,
I'm saying
like some of the new ones on here did a really great job.
Yeah.
The thing is they kind of need to be reined in, and there has to be a better defining sound.
And also just the money could have been spent better on this game, I think, because like this is like it's more polished than say Sonic Frontiers, debatably, but like it still feels like a very low budget game, despite having what is it, like 10 plus composers. Now Toshima's back. I'm sure he had fun developing this. I don't get these fan things, by the way.
But yeah, they're really weird. I've been having trouble with them like this entire time.
I think if you're holding the jump button while you're in one, you'll automatically go into a glide after, but if you're not holding it, Knuckles will just go out of the glide animation and just fall.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
I do like having I do like having another Knuckles act, because the one in Mania was really fucking good.
I could take it or leave it with this one.
Yeah, it's not as good.
Same thing with most of the character acts. The only one I really liked was Tails. I mean, I know you liked Sonic, but I was a little mixed on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, believe me, I did not like Sonic's at first, because of like the same problems I had with the rest of the game, being that like, oh, you're moving too damn fast, and they just have like enemies in your way or like obstacles in your way. But I don't know, when I was doing time trials for that one, I don't know, it just clicked with me after that first go round. There's like a lot of shortcuts you can take to make that stage much shorter and stuff like that. So
hey, look, it's the Sonic 3 thing.
Yeah, except we don't really get any context for it.
I mean, I think it's supposed to be the Emerald powers around it, so I don't know what's at the center.
It's the emeralds.
Fully beated this game.
It's the emeralds. It's the emeralds. Each of the emeralds has a different colored lizard character, like Trip, and then there's the animals also around it, with the snake forming a big circle around everything. And then in the middle, which I did want to talk about since this mural was in this part, in the middle is the Black Onyx. And yes, that's the official name for it, because Ian Flynn said on the Bumblecast that's what the name of it was. And he also said in that same Bumblecast, by the way, that he was surprised by the lack of story in this game, which means that he wrote a whole lot more for it and they just didn't use it. Or they cut it. So yeah, you want to know why the story feels disjointed in this game? They didn't use half of it, probably. Because like, I mean, I know it's classic Sonic. There's no dialogue, so obviously we would only know that it's called the Black Onyx from like an instruction manual or something. But like, it seemed to me like, based on what he said, there was like a whole like bit of lore that we're just missing out on with this game. So yeah.
More important things. If you beat this level, if you start this level without Knuckles, without doing the Knuckles act, you still lose all your emeralds.
Yeah.
Okay.
This level you just don't have access to the emeralds. It's just for this act.
Yeah.
Though I'm not sure if you play the Knuckles act, if you don't have the emeralds, if you play the Knuckles act after this one, if you don't have the emeralds. I'm not actually sure about that. I'd have to check that.
Well, the Knuckles act, no matter what, takes place before this.
Yeah,
so you can go back and play it after you finish this, and I think it'll just end normally.
Well, yeah, like the extra character acts don't have like a transition from one act to another at all. So Like, they just have the cutscenes at the start or at the end, and that's pretty much all you get for those stages. See,
this music track is good.
Yeah, I like it. This level kind of leaves me wanting as a big lava stage enjoyer, you know?
More Lava Reef.
This game, I think, I've said before, I love the pinball gimmicks in Classic Sonic. I love the pinball stages in Classic Sonic. I think too many of the stages in this game have pinball gimmicks.
Yeah, there's a lot of pinball in this game.
Yeah, it's this stage. Pinball Carnival is like the pinball stage in the game. But like Sky Temple even has some pinball gimmicks. I'm probably forgetting something. Even so, like,
look, concept art.
Yeah, all the loops have that thing on them. I'm pretty sure in this.
It's in Act 2.
Well, they also had the archways in the background of Act 1 that had that same design. Oh, I love the magnet ring, the magnet shield.
It's not a shield, damn it.
I'm not gonna call it the magnet power.
Just call it the magnet.
No. I call it the magnet shield in like Sonic Rivals, even though it's not a fucking shield in that game.
I don't play Sonic Rivals, so I don't care what you do with that. I play good games. Oh, what the fuck happened?
There's a clear distinction. To me, magnet shields always never protect you. So, you're right, I shouldn't call it a shield, but I'm going to call it that anyway. Because there's the electric shield, which acts the same, but actually does protect you, so... Fuck you.
I wish there were more sections like that, where you're just bouncing on badniks like that. I think it's fun.
I like these seahorses. They're a good idea for a badnik, because they can lead to shortcuts. And if you kill them, you lose access to those shortcuts. And I like that idea.
Oh, thank goodness that tracks you.
Yeah. It's also a little turtle that you're sitting on. I don't know if you noticed that.
I watched the Game Apologist video on this, and he made sure we all knew it was a turtle.
Because I didn't notice it until I watched that video, too, so...
Yep.
It's a little golden turtle, oh my god!
Oh, and hey, look, a classic Sonic fan who also liked this game. I rest my case.
Yeah, but he also admits that it's nowhere near as good as the other ones. So...
So the others... They still like it, though.
Hey, guess what?
Jay's Reviews also put up a video for this. I haven't watched that one, though. I'm sure he doesn't like it.
Guess what, though? I never said I hated this game. I like this game. I just think it's the least good Classic Sonic game.
So you hate it.
Of course. The least good Classic Sonic game, though, to me is still better than a lot of the 3D games. Like, I would replay this over, like, probably... a lot, like Heroes, definitely Shadow, 06, Secret Rings, Black Knight, Unleashed, maybe even. I'm not saying I like this game more than Unleashed. I like Unleashed a lot. You didn't fucking grab a ring!
It's okay, there's more. Anyways, this boss
sucks.
I like the idea of it. I really do. And I can see what they wanted. But... good God, the execution is something else.
Why do we have to have these transition periods where we're watching him put the armor on and dodging fire that comes out off the screen out of nowhere in the later sections?
Okay, if this were instead integrated to the rest of the act, so like say you start the act with that little fight, and then when you play the act you see him transition like this, that would be better, because then the boss fight in the act would be really well integrated. I don't get why they're separated, though.
They also just cock tease you with this big mech in the background.
They do the same thing with Titanic Monarch.
Yeah.
You never get to fight it.
But that was...
Sonic Mania, worst game of all time.
Yeah, but you also never fight the Death Egg. The Titanic Monarch was the same as the Death Egg in Mania.
No, the Death Egg didn't look like I could fight it.
Yeah, Sonic can fight anything as Super Sonic.
You don't know that in Sonic 3, though, when it came out. Or I guess Sonic 2, sorry.
I mean, he fights the Death Egg robot.
But not the fucking Death Egg, so shut up. You're having me...
Yeah. And he doesn't fight... It's the same... The Titanic Monarch is just Eggman's Death Egg in that game. Also, there's like a whole stage with the Titanic Monarch. You are inside the Titanic Monarch.
Yeah, and I'm also inside the Death Egg. But I didn't think I could fight the Death Egg. So I didn't have disappointment when I didn't fight the Death Egg.
Did you even realize that Titanic
see...
Monarch was taking place inside of the fucking Death Egg robot in that game?
I don't know if I did at the time, but...
It's also a figment of Eggman's imagination. It's a fucking Phantom Ruby projection, probably. I don't fucking know.
So then I should be able to fight it, and it shouldn't make sense.
No. We don't get to fight the infinite snakes and forces.
I don't want to.
I want to.
There's a difference.
That was the coolest part of that game. That just doesn't get used.
There's a lot that doesn't get used in that game.
Yeah, like the concept art of like Green Hill Zone actually being like a stormy prison stage instead of just a desert version of Green Hill.
Ah! Dumb mistake.
This part is deceptive. You can make a big hole before you start spinning, but then once you start spinning, it's so hard to freaking.
Yeah, what you're supposed to do here is wait. You're supposed to make a hole at the beginning, and wait for those to shoot out, and then it.
You did
yeah,
it.
you can hit them then.
You did
and
it.
anyways, no speed up. We're watching this all again. Hope
Why?
you like 3 minutes of the same thing.
This is what I mean when I say for most of these bosses, by the way, that they take for fucking ever, is because you die and then you have to redo the 5-minute boss fight again. It's already a long fight, but then like you die and then you have to do it over again from the beginning.
Visions of Supersonic versus Dark Gaia.
Yeah, that fight sucks too.
Yeah, but at least that's a better spectacle.
The Time
Giant
Eater.
Eldritch monster against Supersonic is cooler, I'm sorry, than Samurai Robot.
I'm gonna fuck this Fang. Supersonic style. Why do you not grab your rings?
Because they're right there.
If I have to watch this fight again, I will kill you.
Hey now. You know my policy on deaths.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
I wasn't expecting that, but sure. Yeah. I hope you like this boss thing that loops infinitely.
Yeah, I don't like... I keep saying it, I don't like these boss themes.
They're good. Except in the longer portions. Then they needed something a bit longer and more complex.
I don't mind the Eggman boss music.
There's also a special music for the cyberspace stage. I don't know if it's the same as the Eggman boss music.
I don't fucking remember. We're gonna see here in a little bit. I can't tell if this theme is different than the Press Factory boss theme right
no,
now.
It's the same.
Okay, well then, never fucking mind.
This is the standard boss music.
This is not as good as...
I like that one too. Ow.
Oh, you grabbed a
one.
ring this fucking time.
It's okay, there were more there.
Yeah, but you have to go through obstacles before then.
And my favorite boss music is still probably the Sonic 3 boss music. Excluding special boss music like Big Arms, of course. That's its own category. Awesomeness.
Dude, all the like final quote-unquote boss music in the classics is a fucking banger. So maybe CD's American final boss.
It's just they only have one boss theme for CD.
No, they have the and they have the fucking other one. And then they have the final boss theme where it's like the fucking chorus going crazy.
I don't remember the final boss theme. I just remember the two standard ones.
I can't think of the... Actually, you know what?
I remember the American one fondly, though.
You know what? I do remember that that final boss theme. I actually quite like it. Never mind.
Point proven. I don't know what my point was, but I'll take this as a win for
what?
me.
We weren't arguing, damn it.
It was a win for me, damn it.
We were just saying the classic Sonic final boss musics are good. Why do you keep doing this to yourself? Okay. You learned.
I made it this time.
You learned.
My brain's not that small. Yet.
Yet. It shrinks the longer you play this game.
No, it shrinks every time I jump cut because I have to keep drinking.
Get him. Yeah.
We're out of here.
You almost went to 10 minutes.
In time for another 15-minute stage on its own.
And that doesn't actually count your first attempt at the boss. Because the timer resets when you go back to a checkpoint in this game.
As it should. It makes it easier to hide screw-ups.
Yeah, my first playthrough of Cyber Station went well over 10 minutes. The timer just keeps going.
My first... Well, yeah, you can't really time it as well in the final boss because the timer goes backwards and stops at 0. Yeah, take that trip, you asshole. You suck.
That kick is almost as good as the 06 silver kick. It's just so sudden. Like, she comes into the screen, Fang does a little face, and then poof.
Also, is it just me or does that neck look like Storm Eagle?
No, it looks like Fang. You fool.
It just reminds me of Storm Eagle for some reason.
Also, yeah, Trip just flew straight through Fang's forehead. He should be dead.
No one can die. Not even Sonic died in 06. No one can die.
Even if a god flies through their face. Did he just lose ring? They should have had an animation of him losing rings. That would have made it okay. Also,
only the animal characters can lose rings. That's why Eggman just gets hurt.
Also, if you watch Tails there, he just stands there and blankly stares forward.
Is Knuckles not?
No, Knuckles and Sonic are like laughing at Trip.
Tails is still...
Tails is stoned.
About something, I don't know.
Tails is stoned as fuck. Okay, I love the aesthetic of this stage. This feels like the most HD.
Yeah, it's fun.
Feels like the most HD stage in the game. Weirdly enough, I think it's probably because it's simpler styled, I guess. I also like the theme for this stage. Whee! Burst! Oh yeah, there are blocks in this stage that you need fucking burst or any other emerald power to get through. But
I didn't know that.
Yeah, those blocks you just destroyed over there were... You can only destroy them with emerald powers, so...
Okay. Well, the other game kind of starts requiring you to have emerald powers for, like, Trip. But...
Yeah, see, this is
were made, I don't...
This is a Chaos Emerald. This is a Chaos Emerald shortcut. You got to use the fucking.
Yeah, now I'm out of all my useful powers.
You know what? Just fucking invincibility frame.
Yep.
Go. Yep.
That was bad. By the way, I've been doing a lot of thought recently. Just thought, and I fixed the timeline.
Okay. Let's hear it.
That's all.
Oh, you're not gonna say how you fixed the timeline? You just...
No, you don't need to know that.
You just fucking fixed it, okay.
Okay, I specifically fixed the two worlds theory.
Okay.
Okay. So, 06 happens, right?
Uh-huh.
That creates a separate universe. Because obviously one didn't happen, the other did. To keep track of these discrepancies, we start getting the Time Eater as kind of a leftover of Solaris, alright? And because he's involved, when Generations happens, it creates a separate timeline. And a separate dimension. Because clearly, modern Sonic does not remember that adventure from classic Sonic's point of view. So therefore, when they once again appear in Forces and in Mania, those are the ones from a second dimension. Which means that for this context of this universe, Mania has never happened. That's why this is actually still Sonic 5 and Mania is still just Mania. Because, well, it's a separate universe.
So Mania doesn't happen in the Superstars world.
And I like to ultimately think that Mania leads to the 06 timeline.
So that means Classic Sonic and Generations is the Sonic that goes through 06.
Yes. He's got a very dark future ahead of him.
That's why modern Sonic says, enjoy your future, it's going to be great. He doesn't fucking know.
And because we have to keep bringing Shadow back into this, because there's no Solaris, it means the events of Shadow didn't happen the way they did. Because Shadow clearly does not act like that, and maybe even Sonic Heroes didn't happen. So, clearly, it's a different Shadow, and Shadow the Hedgehog did not happen.
I think clearly...
It doesn't exist as a game.
I think what the thing we should take away from this is that Sonic timelines are fucking stupid.
Yes.
You fucking fool!
Fuck this puzzle.
You just need to stay on the second to left thing.
Hey, how are you supposed to know that? This is
you just climbed up to the top of it.
How are you supposed to know it?
You just climbed up to the top of it, and you've done this playthrough before. You saw where you needed to go. So that means for this playthrough right here, you've now seen the exit at least 3 times, because you had to fucking get through this once, because this is not your first playthrough of this. And you just saw it twice, just now.
Yeah. I can't determine how many times it takes to memorize something.
The mice look like they have bunny ears. I'm sorry.
It looks like the mouse from Mappy. I don't know, it reminds me of that art style for some reason. They're nothing alike, but that's just what I think of.
What do you think of Voxel Sonic?
He exists.
I like him.
He's there.
Why didn't...
I don't give 2 shits.
Why didn't... This is clearly cyberspace, which is the same place in Sonic Frontiers, clearly. Because...
No, this is Eggman's cyberspace, so this is the one from Shadow.
No. This is clearly way more... This is the Ancients at work on the North Star Islands. That's the reason why there's badniks all over. The Ancients wanted a good defense system, so they put badniks everywhere.
This is a 3rd timeline.
Oh my fucking god. No, see, you also have to consider 2 timelines for Sonic CD. Good future, bad future.
I didn't think about that.
Sonic 4 happens clearly on the bad timeline.
So this is clearly... Okay, so this is off the good timeline because they rescue Amy and she works with them. But in the bad timeline, she's ultimately captured. And that's why she comes back with a new hairstyle and forgets about things because of PTSD, and she's pissed.
She's also in that timeline. It was a
very dark time.
She's also in that timeline because of her capturing in Sonic CD, vastly crippled, and that's why she has to use a car in Sonic R. And by the time of Sonic Adventure, she's recovered, but she now has a bow-legged walk.
Yes.
It makes perfect sense.
All you had to do was save Amy in 06 wouldn't have happened, damn it.
Yep.
That's what I'm learning here.
Yep. I think this theory that you've made is fucking stupid, by the way.
Wait, the first or the second one?
Well, the first one.
The first one makes sense. I think the first one works.
The first one's fine, but also I don't think so because I think the modern characters are now implied to remember Superstars and Mania.
When have they ever implied to remember Mania?
Well, you see, Ian Flynn said there's no more two worlds, so clearly it happened in one world.
Ian Flynn's talking out of his ass because it's on a podcast, so it doesn't count until I see it in official Sonic Media.
Ian is official Sonic Media, okay?
I only trust what comes out of Izuka's mouth because the moon turned around. Duh.
Well, yeah, of course. You know what would have been really...
Anyways, we got Supersonic now. We didn't talk about that once, so we got that.
You want to know what would have been really good for this game? We go into space in this game. What if we saw, like, the Ark just floating there? The characters ignore it because they don't know what the fuck it is.
I want the Ark back so much. I love the setting, and I love the idea, and I never used it. Also, this is the one time I used this power-up. I don't get much use out of it.
The homing attack sucks.
I don't get how it works, because sometimes no cursors will appear, and it's weird. I may use it against the boss like once, that's about it.
Yeah, each of the characters has their own little power with that
By the way, do these kind of sound like, I think, the Sonic Screwdriver from
What
Doctor
the
Who?
fuck?
Don't worry about that. But I know I've heard those things somewhere, and I think it's from Doctor Who, and it might be the Sonic Screwdriver, I don't know.
No, it's not the same as that. Sonic Screwdriver is much more high frequency vibration sound.
Maybe the phaser from fucking Star Trek? I don't know.
It kind of sounds like...
It sounds like some kind of old-ass sci-fi sound.
Sounds like a laser gun or something. Or like you're like it's a gun that constantly shoots out a beam. That's what it sounds like.
Look, see, we're in another dimension. It's two worlds.
Yeah, that's something I want to see in the modern games at some point. I want like a stage to take place.
Oh hey,
in
on the topic of two worlds, wasn't two worlds to describe why there's no humans in the current games?
Yeah, but they changed that. Humans occupy.
So what does that have to do with the timelines and shit in other dimensions?
No, humans occupy.
So two worlds not being a thing does not matter.
No. Humans.
For my theory.
Humans occupy the larger continent areas, while the animals live on the smaller islands because they're discriminated against, and the humans clearly think they're the superior race of beings, which is why they...
That's like the last you'll see of Supersonic, by the way.
they subjugate the animal people into the smaller locations because fuck them. But
anyways,
by the time of
how does this disprove my theory?
No, by the time of Sonic Forces, they are more accepting of the animal people, and that's why they are allowed to have a city on one of the big continents.
Something tells me after the Ark did the thing, they started discriminating. That's when they did it.
I think Eggman wiped out all of humanity in Sonic Forces.
See, that was also in the other timeline. 06 was the timeline where humans didn't discriminate. Because that's where you still see people hitting on Tails.
There is actually like an old... I think it was the Sonic...
I just want to say real quick before it's gone, I like this reference to Sonic 3. Super Sonic Fight. It's fun. I like it. Alright, continue.
I didn't get that that's what this was, but I guess it kind of is.
It is, but you don't press A.
Yeah, and if you run into something, you die, so it's a reference to Sonic Lost World.
Alright, time for the best... I hate this boss. This is my most hated fight.
I fucking hate this boss,
But hey, we got enough rings. It's Supersonic time.
Yeah, but then between each hit, you waste like 15
Also, this
rings.
is a different boss theme, by the way. This is the one I was talking about.
Yeah, I like this theme. Oh, here we go.
We need some proper music.
Fuck! Oh, damn it. Why did you do that?
So, fun fact. Whoever plays this fight in the future, do not attack Eggman.
Eggman can only be hurt by your chaos powers and knocking his stupid guy around.
So anyways, now we have to fight this guy normally.
Also, I see you didn't customize your battle bot thing.
Nope. I haven't touched it once.
Did you know that your customized battle bot appears as in this fight?
Yeah, thanks to Game Apologist.
So I had, on my first playthrough, I had the Mecha Sonic skin equipped that comes with the like pre-order or the digital deluxe or whatever. And I was like, holy crap, there's actually a Mecha Sonic boss in this game, but no, it's just a fucking generic robot.
It can be.
I mean, I can pretend that it is. I can pretend that it is till the cows come home. I like to now pretend that it's Metal Knights.
Anyways, I fulfilled my promise. There was breakthrough it all.
Breakthrough it all. You didn't get fucking fruit. Oh wait. Oh no. The game tricked us. Sonic is floating. Okay, now
that is a big fucker.
This phase of the
hit
fight.
These guys, I don't know what it does though.
You have to knock them into the robot.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, you can get some extra hits.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, now this boss theme is repetitive as fuck. Oh, there you go. So this fight's going. This is why this is going to last a little longer. Okay, at least you use the fucking powers.
Yeah, so he doesn't have many invincibility frames, so you can get a lot of hits in with this.
Unless he's in the fucking background.
Well, you know. That's what the red power's for.
I completely lost track of where you were.
Hit him! I didn't.
Yeah.
It's okay, thanks to Emerald Powers, we barely hear this theme.
Oh my fucking god! You are the
Big attack for the win!
You are the luckiest son of a bitch.
Just over 10 minutes, yay.
Yeah, in the classics you would have fucking timed over.
Yep.
This game is
I was actually scared of that happening in the final boss fight.
Yeah.
And then I saw it didn't happen. I was like, okay, good.
Yeah, in the final boss, because
the
timer goes backwards, I was like, what happens if it reaches 0? Do I go back to Act 1?
Okay. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, you have to choose between Act 1 or Act Tails, and you don't play the other when you beat it. And you have to go back and do it from the map. It's weird.
So did you do that when you recorded?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Hey,
of course I'm showing off both. They're both actually pretty fun levels. I like Frozen Base.
Anyways, your timeline sucks.